welcome back. I'm Denali. That's a little bit. And this is Midnight Makes, my little corner of the internet where I talk about what I've been making. That involves knitting, cross stitch, crochet, sewing, anything that I plan to be up to. Today's video is a WIP Parade, another one, except for this is all of my knitting and crochet. Please stop licking yourself. You're on camera. Don't lick yourself. This is all of my knitting and crochet, which is all piled up behind me. I did a look through my WIPs back in, I don't remember, but I did it a while back, and from then I don't know what I've finished. I don't know what is still on my WIP pile, but yeah, we're going to go ahead and go through all of this and we'll see where I'm at. I did my nails last night and they're a lot brighter than I thought they were gonna be, so oops. They're very bright. Little bit.
Stop licking yourself. Stop licking yourself.
So let's go ahead and get started. As I do these, I'm going to put them in piles. I want a finish ASAP pile. I want a, finish eventually pile. I want a probably UFO pile, which is going to probably go in a drawer until I decide I want to work on them, or they might not ever get finished. And then the last pile will be frog pile, which is just getting rid of it because I'm not going to do it anymore. I don't think there's going to be very many frogs. We'll see. So let's go ahead and get started. I think I will go with this project first. This is the Bold Stripes skirt. I will put the Ravelry page with pictures here. So it is the Bold Stripes skirt. I was working away on this towards the end of January, and I plan to get more work on it. It's just my priorities have changed a little bit with baby knits that I'm doing for my husband's coworker. But I love this. I love the color. I do plan to finish it eventually, but as for right now, it's just going to go in the finish eventually pile because it's not a priority. Okay. Next one is, this isn't even a project, it's just the yarn and pattern for a project that I want to start, so that is going to go in a completely different pile. I have no idea. Random patterns, I don't know what projects those patterns belong to. That's terrifying. Okay. The next project is one of the ones that I've actually been working on recently. This is a baby sweater. This is the something pullover, gift pullover. I think it's called the gift pullover. I'll put, again, I'm putting the Ravelry page. This is a modified version. I did the lace pattern in the yoke, but I did not do the eyelet pattern on the sleeves and the hem. It was just too much. I liked this design, but I didn't care for the eyelet pattern. I just wanted this, and I am loving it. The yarn is Pound of Love. It's a Lion brand yarn. Oh, the the skirt is Lion Brand Woolies, I believe. So, yeah. This is in my priority finishes. I will probably finish it in sometime this weekend. It is Thursday that I'm filming this, so I will probably finish it this weekend. The next project, so this project bag I made, I might as well show off my project bags. This is a project bag I made, snooper. And I have 2 projects in this one. The first is a pair of baby socks, and I have 1 baby sock. Oh my God, I absolutely love this. It's so cute. And this took like no time at all to make, and I love it. So I haven't cast on the second sock yet. I will probably do that this weekend. And this yarn is wool and vinyl in their classic rock socks, and this is Skater Boy. Avril Lavigne, Skater Boy. I love it. It's freaking adorable, and I'm used to, ouch. I banged my elbow on the coffee table. I have larger feet. And so I'm used to knitting socks. For me, I wear a US Women's 9, and I mean, this is shorter than my entire foot length, and I'm used to knitting socks for myself and socks for my dad, and he wears a US Men's 11, which is even bigger. So it was insanely fun to see how quickly this would go. This is definitely going in my priority. It will probably be finished this weekend as well. The other project that is in this project bag is the melt ice hats. If you have been anywhere on the crafty space recently, this hat came up, and it is a anti-ice hat, obviously, but it is reminiscent of the hats that Norwegians wore in the 1940s. They would wear a red hat with a tassel to while they were occupied by Germany. Norway was. They would wear red hats with tassels as a way to show that they were anti-Nazi. They ended up becoming illegal, but so this pattern, the proceeds are going to an immigration aid service. So when you buy it, the proceeds go there. And I also made a donation on top of that to the agency. So yeah, mine is not really red. I went through my yarn, and apparently I don't buy red. My throat's still kind of from being sick. I have coffee in my Just a Girl Who Loves Pickles cup. I have 2 of these. 2 of these cups because I love pickles that much. I have coffee in there. It was iced coffee at some point. Now it's just semi-cold coffee. Anyways, what I was saying, I don't really buy red. I don't wear red very much. I wear like burgundy, maroon, or lighter colors, but not red. So, the yarn I'm using is Wool Ease Lion Brand, in the color Tawny Port. It is more of a burgundy wine color. It is not red. But I actually started this yesterday, so I only have probably 3 inches of the ribbing done. And I plan to tomorrow after I pick up my son from school, we're going to run to the yarn store, and I'm going to buy some actual red yarn because my son did ask if I would make him a hat. So, yep, it is kind of red. It's really not, but I am making it work. But I am going to go, like I said, and buy, and then I will make another one. This is going to go in the priority finishes because I will be finishing it. Let's see. What's in this Star Trek bag made by me? I don't know what is in this product bag. I know what this is. I think it might be a hat because I was starting a folded brim. I have no idea. This is going in the frog pile. Since I don't know what project this is and there's no pattern in the bag, and the two patterns that I have right here are 100% not this, it's going in the frog pile. And I just launched my stitch marker. Okay, it's gone. And I will reuse this yarn for something else. This is, oh, what is her name? I'll put it in right here what this yarn is. It's a very deep navy with a little bit of black in it. I love it. It's gorgeous. Free project bag. I will put free project bags here. Next product is this one. This is there we go. Creature of the Night. This is a bag I got at Spirit Halloween. It came with a shirt. And I've turned it into a knitting bag because I need more knit bags. Oh no, there's two projects in here. And this one I have had for ages. This is supposed to be Pickle Rick from Rick and Morty. It has been this green blob for ages. All I have to do is embroider his face. Has not happened. And at this point, I kind of give up. So I'm going to put this in the UFO pile for now. Maybe someday I will grab it out. Ow, I just hit myself in the nose. Maybe someday I will grab it out and finish it. But for now, I have no desire to finish it. Okay. My next project is the Autumn Serenade blouse by Sydney at Squidney Knits. This is a School of Vintage Knitting top. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to hold it. So I'm going to hold it like this for right now. I have finished the bottom part that was in the round, the front panel. I finished this upper side and I've got this side left. And then obviously I still need to do the back panel. And I'm doing a 2-color version of this. And I love this lace pattern. I was working on this over Christmas and I worked on it a little bit in January, but if you watched my knit and update video that I posted I think I posted at the beginning of February, January kind of went to poop. Um, so I didn't really do a lot of knitting. I actually only made one thing in January, and it was pretty small. But I do love this. I do plan to finish this. This is definitely going in my, ouch, my yarn is a mess, and I just stabbed myself with a needle. This is going to go in my priority finishes. I think once I have finished the baby stuff and my melt the ice hats, I am going to probably pick that back up because I love it and I want to wear it. Next project is the Lucille. No. I have called it the Lucille pullover multiple times. It's the Louise pullover. The Lucille trousers are a pattern that I've sewn from Gertie. It's not. This is the Louise. Oh my god. It's a double pattern. There's the Thelma pattern and then there's the Louise pattern. This is the Louise pullover. It is a absolutely stunning lace work pattern from Sari Nordland. There's lace and cables on the front. This is fingering weight yarn. I put this down at Christmas because I was working on other things and I have not picked it up, but it will get picked up. This is going in my finish eventually pile. I love it. That yarn is, I forgot the yarn's crap. Okay. Crap. I'm a terrible YouTuber. Okay, this is Cascade Refine. It is 100% recycled materials. It superwash merino wool and nylon viscose, and it is in the color 7. But this is it. I ordered it online. I apologize, I'm shaking. Random hair. That's what that yarn is. This yarn is, I'm actually not going to, this yarn is from a place, a company, a store that I don't necessarily recommend shopping at, giving your money to. So I'm not going to talk about the yarn. It's a bigger box store in the lower 48. We don't have it here in Alaska. I got this while we were in Michigan. I'm not going to talk about it. Anyways, my next project, I think I might be missing a project, which I really wish I would stop losing projects. My next project is the project that I was working on in December. It was going to be my Vlogmas. This is what I work on the whole time, but I got into Christmas crafts, which is not like me. This is the Loon. Is that called what it's called? Is it called Loon? I think it's the Loon. I'll be right here. The yarn I'm using is Loops and Threads Luxe Merino from Michaels. It is a merino acrylic blend. I'm doing it in black and white. And I have the back panel. I am doing a size significant, a little bit larger. I am doing, I have finished the back parts and I'm working, I had just started the color work charts, didn't get very far, put it down because I was working on Christmas crafts and that's all I've gotten. This is going to go in the finish eventually. I want this sweater. I love it. And I'll get there. I just, other things have had priority. Okay, this is my last separate project bag, and then those are all of my, that's supposed to be what all my WIPs fit in, that basket. I'm starting to think that maybe I should buy a bigger basket. So, yeah. The next pattern I have is called the crap. Not called the crap. It is called the, come on. Is it the Firth? Yes. It's the Firth sweater by Rebecca Clow, Crayabea. The yarn is Woolies Lion Brand. I love this yarn. I love this and the Luxe yarn, Luxe Merino yarn. It's very inexpensive. So, I have the sweater done. The sweater is done. I just need to pick up and knit the sleeves. I was working on this before Vlogmas, and then I wanted to do the loon pullover, and I will get back to it because I love it. It's beautiful. I love this color. It is like a creamy gray. My hands are super dry. I need to put lotion on. But, and I love this design. It's got ribbing panel. It's got a ribbing panel on the bottom, and I did knit this a little bit bigger because I want it to be oversized. I did do the bust shaping, which, because I decided to do this as oversized, maybe I shouldn't have done the bust shaping. Oh well. I love it. It'll be done eventually. This is going to go in my finish eventually pile. I just found my stitch marker that went flying earlier. So yeah, my finish eventually pile is huge at the moment. Okay. Now we are going to grab into, okay, the project that I thought I was missing. I hit myself. The project I thought I was missing is in here. Okay, this is a project bag by, oh, I forgot. This project bag is a tote bag I made from a kit. And this project bag was made by a family friend. I love it. She gave it to me a couple Christmases back. I love it. Okay, this one is a Christmas bag from Julianne at Lovebird Lane, I think. I have another one of her project bags, but I think this was one of the advent calendars because I've done advent calendars from her. And this project is, oh no. No, okay. This is the Arnie and Carlos mystery stocking knit along from 2024. I did not do last year's. I was going to finish this. My plan had been to pull this out at Vlogmas and finish it. I completely forgot about it. So, okay. That's all Lime Brand. Woolies yarn. Someday, I'll get there. I think I'm going to put this in the UFO for now pile. And I think I will grab it out Christmas next year. I will put this in with my Christmas projects so that when I pull out my Christmas projects, I will pull that out. Okay. Next project is in a project bag by Julianne from Lovebird Lanes. This is another Advent. Oh no. And this is an Advent project. This is the Radvent throw. I have done the knitting portion of it. I was crocheting it all together. There's still pieces that aren't crocheted. I need to finish this advent calendar because this is, I'm not going to tell, I'm not going to say when this advent calendar was from because it's been a few years. I haven't gotten advent calendars in the last 2 years. And this was like 3 years before that. So I need to finish this blanket. This is going to go in the... I think for now it's going to go in the UFO pile because I have no desire to work on it. I'm not a huge blanket knitting person. I like to buy my blankets. I like these fluffy ones. This is my if you can see, it's my Pedro Pascal blanket. It's just a bunch of pictures of Pedro Pascal that I got on Amazon. And like, you know, these blankets, I like the really soft fluffy blankets that you can buy at the stores. Next project is in another project bag made by me. This is the Forest Park cardigan. I have not worked on this since November. The yarn for this is Loops and Threads Wool Ease. And I have the panel done. This is a slip stitch color work. Yes, I think it's slip stitch, where you're only working with one color at a time and you're just pulling it up. But I need to finish down the back, move on. I'll get there. This is going to go in my finish eventually pile. I actually was thinking about it. I think my birth sweater is going to go in my ASAP finish pile because I do have so many sweaters. When I finish the projects that I'm working on, this will be my next sweater to actually finish. So that'll be in my ASAP pile. What am I doing next? Okay, this one I will not be posting a Ravelry page for because it is a vintage pattern. This is from Best Way Leaflets. It was from the 1940s and it is the WAAF pullover. The WAAF is the Women's Auxiliary Air Force. It was part of the British military. It is this beautiful broken double rib pattern. I have the back panel is done. The front panel is done except for this side. I need to just get my crap together and do this. It will not take very long. And then once it's done, I sew it up and then put the ribbing on. And this yarn is Knit Picks. It's a limited edition. It's no longer available. It's an upcycled alpaca blend. And I'm doing this in a sport weight yarn. The pattern calls for fingering weight yarn. I'm doing sport weight and bigger needles, which changes the gauge from what is in the pattern, but it'll fit me because if you've ever tried to knit vintage patterns, knitting patterns were usually made one size, and people, if you weren't that size, everybody that knew how to knit had the knowledge to be able to adjust it by changing the gauge. So this is a 34 to 36 inch bust. Nope, not gonna fit. So I changed the yarn and the needles, and then with the yarn and the needles changed, I'm able to knit via the numbers in the pattern. Sometimes I have to actually change the numbers, but for this one I haven't. This project bag is one that I bought at a quilt and yarn store in Palmer, Alaska a couple years back. This one's going in the priority finishes because I want it done. Okay. Next project is, this is the Skyline pullover by Tori Yu. I started it a long while back. I am color blocking. This is a saddle shoulder. So you start here. You start here and knit down of the shoulder bits. Knit both sides. Then you pick up stitches and start the pattern. I am doing yarns. The color is not great. Navy blue and black. Color block. The sleeves will be navy blue. And so will all the ribbing. This is Loops and Threads Luxe Merino. I do plan to get to it eventually, but it's right now not a priority. I have so many sweaters on the go right now. It's ridiculous. Okay. This one does not have a project bag. I think I stole the project bag from it. And I have this project bag, but that's not big enough. And the yarn is a friggin' mess. I need to deal with that. Pattern. Where's the pattern go to? That's that. Okay. I need to keep my patterns together. Okay. My next one is the only crochet project that I currently have active, and this one has been a long-standing UFO, and it's definitely going to go in the UFO pile. It's going to go in a drawer somewhere. I love it, but crocheting blankets especially hurts my shoulder, and I have repetitive strain injury in my shoulder blades, so crocheting large things hurts. So for now, it's going in the UFO, but it is the Star Trek Next Gen blanket by Nerdish Delights. I'll rattle the page. I have the center symbol done. Yes, hanging threads. We're not going to talk about it. I have the center symbol badge done. I have Captain Jean-Luc Picard done. And someday I do want to finish this blanket because I do absolutely love it. But for now, it's not a priority. And Wharf. It's done. These are the only three that I have done. Like I said, plan to eventually finish those, but for now they're going in the UFO pile. I only have one other project. Is that all my projects? See, I did this in my WIP Parade that I posted last week. That was my, good Lord. Sorry, I just got distracted by my fish tank and realized that there are a ton of mystery snail egg clutches that just appeared overnight. I did this in my WIP Parade of cross stitches that I posted last week. And basically that is the fact that I thought I had everything, started filming, realized I was missing stuff, found them, and had to film some more afterwards. I'm not going to do that this time. If this isn't all my whips, oh, freaking well. So yeah. Last one. Project bag is a Game of Thrones project bag that I made myself. These are socks that I was knitting for my dad. Not for this past Christmas, but the Christmas before, so 2024. I stopped knitting them because I decided to knit him a sweater for Christmas, which about broke me. I started it too late in the year. It was a lot. Anyways, I put these socks down and have not touched them since. So this yarn is Patton's. That's my selvage yarn because I'm doing an afterthought heel. I think it's a peasant heel. Is it a peasant heel? Afterthought heel is when you cut in. I think a peasant heel is when you put the, I don't know. Anyways, Patton's Croy yarn. You can buy it at Michael's. I think I got this at Joann's. The black that is the heels and toes and cuffs is also Patton's Croy, I think. And I have one mostly completed sock. It looks tiny, but it is a double rib sock all the way down the foot, except for ow, that was right in the eye, except for the sole. And I decided to do fun little stripes. I still need to pick up the stitches and knit the heel and knit the entire second sock. I'll get there someday. I don't know. I have not actually, another thing that reason I've not really been into knitting socks until this little baby sock. But this is different because, oops, let's, see how it's different? This takes a few days. This takes forever. So I haven't really been into knitting socks. I used to knit socks all the time. I have so many hand knit socks that I've done. I've done a bunch for my dad, and I think I kind of burned myself out of socks. I still love them. They're still super fun to make, but at the moment I'm not really wanting to knit them. So this will go in the UFO finish eventually pile, because until I actually feel like knitting socks, I'm not going to force myself to do it, because no, I'm gonna enjoy my knitting. So yeah, that's all my WIPs. I think I might be missing I think I'm missing one. Maybe. And it's just a crocheted granny square blanket with scrap yarn from an advent calendar that I had already knit. So I know that it's somewhere. It has not changed since I showed it in my last WIP video. So, oh well. Anyways, that is the end of my WIPs. I watched Retro Crafting Dreams. She did a video that she posted, I think the end of January, where she did a Operation Clean Slate, where she tried to finish a lot of her WIPs. And I might do that. I might try to do that. I don't know. We'll see. I might do it, vlog style in installments. I would like to get my WIPs down a little bit. I have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 sweaters for me on the go, plus tops, plus a baby sweater, which the baby sweater doesn't take very long. But like, that's a lot of sweaters, and it's really hard to finish sweaters when you're working on 85 of them. So I'm going to try and focus on, I like to have an easy project that I can take in the car with me, or I can work on when we're watching movies that I need to pay a little bit more attention to. And then I like a more complicated project that I can work on when I need to think more. Right now, I really don't have any complicated projects going, because I've been working on the melt the ice hats, the baby sweater, and the baby socks. Those are all super easy. The baby socks are a broken rib stitch. So it's knit one, purl one for one row, and then you just knit the entire row, and then you just repeat those 2 rows. The sole is obviously not done with that. The baby sleeves, super easy, and so is the melt the ice hat. So yep, that's where I'm at. All right, I think I am done. I'm gonna stop talking. This video is already 40 minutes long. I gotta edit it so that it can go up tomorrow, because I waited until the last minute to film this video, so yay. All right. Thank you for watching. Thank you for coming back. Thank you for subscribing if you're a subscriber. I really appreciate it. I've gotten a few new subscribers in the last month, and that's awesome. So thank you. Thank you for spending some time with me, and I will see you next week for another video. Bye. Little bit. Say bye-bye. Little bit. Nope. She's out. It's rough. Her life is rough being an unemployed dachshund that can sleep whenever she wants.